what's going on, guys? Church coming back again with another video, and this is gonna be Storytime episode 5. Not somewhat of a milestone, not really. It's only 5. When I hit 10, I'll be kind of happy. But in the background, you're just gonna see a sniper gameplay. First one I brought in like 3 videos probably. Not a long time since you've seen a sniper gameplay. And it's not really anything really good. I mean, I think I only went like 5 positive or something, so it wasn't like super sick. But I'm not really good at ghost sniping. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like Xbox One controller, 'cause I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the controllers. They're kind of like flimsy feeling to me. I don't really like them as much. But whatever it is, either the controller or just Ghost itself, like I don't know, maybe I'm just not good at the maps or good with the snipers, but for whatever reason it is, not really good. So this was a pretty good gameplay, and in all honesty, it's not about the gameplay in this series, it's more about what I'm talking about. So it didn't really truthfully matter to me what it was, but I thought it definitely needs to be at least positive, so I don't think I'm going to bring some like trashy game. I mean, I don't care if the game necessarily, if I win or lose in any of my videos, because you know what? It's good to see the losses and the wins, because I'm not a team or anything. I'm not on a team that like needs the rep of being really good. It's just me, so I do help the teams try and win. I don't always sit there and like make sure they win, but it's more about how I do my personal KD and stuff. So don't ever think that just because I lose it's like trashy. It's more about how I do. I know definitely it's kind of scummy to say like I'm not necessarily going to help my team, but it's about me. I just thought I should clear that up a little bit, because I don't know, I feel like I've put a lot of videos where the game we lose, but I do really good, and that's more the focus. And definitely I just wanted to explain to you guys that this gameplay in the background is not really important to what this video is about. So let's get back to what the video is about. Fuck me, and now my computer is like soaked by fucking condensation water. But let's get back to what the video is about. Like I said, as I said, Storytime episode 5. And this one's going to be, again, kind of a more general story. Not necessarily one specific story, but kind of my story of experience learning how to drive. Fitting, because I did, like I said in my other video, I did just get my license a couple days ago. And pumped. But I'm going to tell you the story of like what my experience while being in the different driver's ed, driver hours where I drive with a teacher, just what in general they were, because they were interesting. So I had the driver instructor. First I did classes where you go sit in a class, and I don't know if you do this where you are, but we have to go sit in a class and like learn about all the things, like all the rules, all the laws, all the shit like that. Really boring considering it's like a 2-hour class and I have to do that after school. So it's like another like 8-hour day every like Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever the fuck it was. And this was interesting. Some of the shit the teacher said was unreal. Like, this guy, some of the things he told us made us think he should be in jail, honestly. Like, he told us so many stories. He says that like he chased someone down to hit him when he was a teenager, and when he was chasing him down with his friends in like a car, like not on foot, on car, the guy he was chasing drove off the road, hit a tree, and just died. He basically just told us, cause he chased this guy is now dead. Like, he was running away from them, and he hit a tree and died. That is like manslaughter or some shit. Like, that just surprised all of us. Like, whoa, he told us that, and everyone in my class the next day at school was just like, oh, we getting taught by a murderer how to drive. And like, yeah, one story about that, but like, that's not the only one. He says that like he's done it multiple times where he chases people and they either die or get hurt. I don't know, like, that's just crazy. Like, why is this guy chasing people so much? Why is he always getting hit? Maybe it's him, maybe not, I don't really know. But it's crazy, and I don't understand it, and it's actually really worrying. Obviously not anymore, because I got my license, so I don't ever have to see this guy. But like, just the thing, and then like the teach you like not to get like mad or like offended when someone like flips you off or tells you to like fuck yourself or something when driving for like road rage. He called me a chair. He just looked at me and just said, "Chris, you're a chair." And I was like, alright. He's like, does that mean you're a chair? I'm like, yeah, I guess it means I'm a chair to you. He goes, no, wrong. He's like, just because he's a chair doesn't mean he's an actual chair. He's a person, obviously. He's not a chair. So when someone gives you the finger or tells you to go fuck off for like your shit, obviously you're not. Like, you, and it's just, oh my god, it was so weird. And it was really funny. And then like once we thought about it, we're all like, that is creepy. And I don't know, it's just kind of really weird. And everyone laughed at it after. And then ended up happening again in my friend's class. The guy did it again, and actually did it to him. Ironically enough, did it to the two people who were friends and thought it was funny. And everyone in his class thought it was really funny too. And it's not even like the weirdest thing. Like, while he's teaching us, he literally sits there and stretches his legs and groin muscles. Like, he's sitting there like doing splits and shit on the ground. It's really weird. Like, we're all just sitting there trying to learn. We have to watch this guy stretch. I don't know, it's just and apparently I joined the class really late. And apparently there was a guy who was teaching them before the actual like owner of the business was teaching our class. And apparently this guy, like, was telling about how one time he was going like 120 or something on like some highway when the boss walked in. And they said it was really awkward because like not Bill, I don't know what his name is, but the owner brought him outside and started yelling at him or something for doing that. And ended up getting like fired on the spot, like right out in the hallway, right outside the class. And all the kids said they could hear it. And I was kind of unhappy that I missed that. That would have been hilarious to listen to or like see. Obviously it sucks for the guy and I feel bad that he lost his job. But being able to sit there and like listen to that would have been the funniest thing I think I would have ever seen or heard. And they said it was pretty funny. And then that guy started teaching and I joined, and it's just kind of everything I said. And then, I don't know, it was just, the classes were like not enjoyable. Then we had to take tests and notes every class. Like, oh, aggravating. But then we kind of moved on from that and we finished it and we moved into driving. And I didn't have the same guy who taught us driving. I had like a woman. But everyone said the guy, the owner, who when he did driving tests was a demon. Like, they said he'd get so angry at like the smallest things and say that you would be like barely, literally just barely out of the way or like too close to something, and ended up he'd make you like get out and actually look at what you did in the middle of the street. Now, that's just so weird. Like, why? And he would yell at you and everything. And people said he wasn't like being a dick necessarily, as much as it was like him really trying to get you to see it, but in a very, very aggressive way. And people said it was really stupid. And then my friend ended up having him the day before we did our driving test. He actually had to go with him on like a warm-up, almost like practice hour before the test the day before. And he said everything they said was true. The guy would like yell at him, and there are 4 driving instructors for like when you're driving. And he said it's really annoying because like he had this guy who is a demon, but one of his guys taught him another way because he had a different driving instructor. And he had to get yelled at so much because the other driving instructor taught him a different way of doing things. So when he went with him, he didn't like it. But in reality, it's not his fault. It's the fault that like they're all sitting there teaching different things and they're not really communicating. And then it's weird, honestly, and it kind of pissed my friend off a lot. It doesn't piss me off at all because I never had to deal with it. And then the day of the driving test, he'd sit there talking to the driving person who's supposed to be grading us and like giving us our license. He sat there talking about her vacation with her while I was taking my test. Like, he's literally just distracting them. In hindsight, it helped everyone because we all know the woman was not paying attention to anything we were doing. And we knew that we could probably get an easier time doing it with him distracting her. And then when we did like parallel parking and other things, he did tell us when to turn and that we were too close or too far away. So he really did help us kind of in a sense cheat. But none of us gave a shit. We were all like, yeah, help us, keep helping us. And that was just in a nutshell my driving, whatever you want to call it, driving ed, whatever. Kind of in a nutshell. And that's Storytime episode 5. And I'm going to wrap it up now with my classic subscribe, a like, comment, all that shit. Follow me on Twitter, tis_church, like the YouTube channel name. And again, I'll see you guys later. See you in another video. I'm out.